Oh, what's up everybody? I'm Brian from I Want Tesla, and today I wanted to look into the future, look at Tesla 2020. Tesla 2020 vision, what's it look like? So yes, I'm excited for 2020. I think it's going to be a great year for Tesla. I think for electric vehicles altogether, there's going to be a lot, well, they said there was going to be a lot coming out, but I think there's going to be a lot more announced and a lot more cars coming out in 2020. And I want to test those cars. I'm going to go test drive a couple cars that are out now already, like the I-Pace, the e-tron. Let's see if I can get my hands on a Porsche as well. Really look at them from a Tesla owner's viewpoint and see if there's any good things to those. Couple things for the channel, some really cool stuff. You see my car is back there in the garage. I was able to move some of the stuff out. The tools aren't gone yet, but they're gonna be gone soon, and I'm going to be making that a studio where I can record some things, and also we can have some guests in there and sit down and chat. So 2020 Tesla, what do they have going on? What can we expect early on? Well, Elon already told us, and I think it was February or March, he's gonna have the battery day, the battery and powertrain day, where they're gonna talk about the plaid technology and the batteries, what they're using, what they bought Maxwell for. Is it gonna be a dry battery? Is it gonna be less wet battery? Is it just gonna be a moist battery? Who knows? Either way, that event's gonna be amazing. I mean, it's just for investors, but they're going to make some predictions what's gonna happen in the next year, 2 years, and 3 years, and where the company's going. Maybe at that point, they'll bring out what the Plaid Model S and Model X do on the track, or not on the track, but 0 to 60, and the specs and all those for the powertrain. We already know it's going to be a 1,000,000-mile powertrain, so obviously they're going to different batteries than the 18650s, so that's going to be an exciting call. We'll get to see a lot of that, and we'll talk about that later on. I'm super excited for Model Y. I think Model Y is going into production very, very shortly, and probably by the end of January they're going to start hand building some Model Ys and testing, just for testing and for employees, a lot like they did with the Model 3. And I think by the end March, probably by the end of March, they'll be delivering cars. You know, I got my Model 3 in March of 2018, and they weren't into high volume production yet because my VIN number is 11,800 something. So I think by the end of March, they'll be delivering, and some people will be able to order. Hopefully I get to order. I'm kind of curious which one they're going to come out with first, because you know they flip-flop the truck where now they're doing the high performance one first. I wonder if they're going to do the performance Model Y first, just for those margins. What do you guys think? What do you think they're going to do? Because they only did the rear-wheel drive in the 3 first, which I'd be okay with, just the rear-wheel drive Model Y. But I kind of would like a performance, but then again, I wouldn't like the price of the performance because we know it's going to come down in price. We know that we could always get it cheaper later. Kind of curious, are you guys going to jump on the Model Y right away knowing that they're going to lower the prices? Or are you going to wait a little bit and see about saving $5,000–6,000? Because that Model 3 right there, what I paid for that is what you can buy a Stealth Model 3 Performance for. So yes, I think some people will wait, but I'm definitely not waiting. I think they'll be in full production by the end of summer, but right now it's going to be slow production and then ramp up. Then later in the summer, right when they're getting full production in the Y, I think they'll show us maybe an interior. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure on the interior. I know the Plaid Model S and Model X will be coming out, but that's going to be outside features as far as the fender flares, the vents and everything, batteries. I'm not sure if they're going to do an interior at that point. They will change some things. I mean, they just changed the seats in the Model S and Model X, and those are small incremental things. So whether they change the dash, I'm not positive. They already have the idea what they're doing. I just don't know when they're going to come out with it. End of summer, we'll get to see. It's not far away. The fourth thing that I think is coming out in 2020 is going to be the semi-production. They said they're going to start building very small numbers of semis. I think they're building that out in the desert in Gigafactory 1. There's plenty of space out there. I mean, that Gigafactory is not even done yet. They need to finish building that. And I wonder why they haven't really. But anyway, I think they're going to build the semi out there. I think they're going to build, obviously, some for themselves to trailer all these cars everywhere. But they've gotten a lot of orders for these semis. They need to start making them. A lot of people bought hundreds of semis, so they're going to start losing some business from these companies if they're not able to deliver them. Number 5, full self-driving updates. There's going to be a lot of full self-driving updates, I think, in 2020, where right now, .40, it sees stop signs, but I think next year it's going to see them and stop at them. It's going to stop at stoplights. It's going to stop at different places. It's going to be more predictable and smarter and more trusting. And eventually by the end of the year, I think it'll be able to drive you to work. You'll still have to pay attention, but I think you'll be able to just hit a button or tell it and it'll go. So it's exciting how safe it's going to be with all these updates and how they're progressing. You know, Tesla's a fast-moving company. And yes, it is a beta. Autopilot's a beta, and you do still have to pay attention. Like the guy who ran into the police car. It's always bad press when a car gets in an accident with autopilot, but you know, you do have to pay attention. It's your fault. You know, I drove all the way across country, and the car drove pretty much by itself. I barely had to do anything. Except for look out the window and pay attention. There was a couple times I had to take over. After doing that, I think it's really hard to get in an accident with autopilot. And the last thing is the 2020 Roadster. I think it'll finally go into production. The 2020 Roadster will be going into production at the end, maybe this time, a year from now. I think they'll start making the first few. Whether they make the Founder Series first or they make the base model first, I'm not sure. They should be making the Founder Series first. There's only going to be 1,000 of those. I'm kind of curious to see how many are ordered. You know, there's only supposed to be 1,000, but are they sold out? They haven't given any numbers. They haven't given any numbers of the Model Y orders. They haven't really given any numbers of the Roadster. There's a lot of things that Tesla doesn't tell us. But obviously, you guys know why I'm excited for the Roadster. But I don't think I won't get mine in 2020. I'm sure mine will be arriving around 2021 sometime. And that would be better for tax purposes. I wouldn't want to get it at the end of the month or end of the year. That's going to be a fun car, and we're going to throw some parties with that car when it shows up here in Charlotte. But not just go into production. I'm excited for details on the Roadster. I'm kind of curious about the details of the SpaceX package, of the wheels. You know, they showed carbon fiber wheels at one point, and they also showed aluminum wheels. What's going to be on which cars? You know, are the Founder Series just going to be red? That Founder Series red? Or are you going to have an option for a color? So far, I think they gave out 80 because, you know, they're supposed to be giving out cars. They're supposed to be giving out Model Ys and Roadsters with the referral program now. They haven't really said much. Apparently, I saw in Andy's video that they're quietly emailing people to tell them that they've won. We haven't heard anybody say that they've won. So either they're signing an NDA or no one has really gotten any emails. So it's going to be an exciting year. Model Y, batteries, Plaid Model S and X, semis, full self-driving, and of course the Roadster. That's a lot in 2020. And that's all the stuff we know about. There's going to be more that they announce for later on in the future. By the end of the year, we'll probably know more about the Cybertruck. Maybe we'll see more than the one that's been out there, the one that Elon's driving around, driving over pylons, making left turns when he's not supposed to. Of course, there's going to be negativity about Tesla. There's always going to be negativity towards the leaders of an industry. But yes, of course, Tesla is the leader of electric cars. Model Y, not too far away. Bob right there is going to be for sale soon. So let me know if you want to buy it. Probably around March, April, May, somewhere right around there. He'll be going up for sale, and maybe one of you guys can buy it. I think I've done too much to it for Tesla to take it in on trade. If you want to buy it, just let me know what you want to keep on it. You know, if you want me to keep the wrap on it, it might not even be that wrap anymore. It might be something different. I'm kind of getting anxious to do something different on it. Well, actually, I'm thinking about doing the back of it, covering the white in a different color. What do you think about a very bright purple? Not bright purple. I'll put it up here. A purple or an army green. What do you think would look good on the back? I think army green might fit that a little bit, a matte army green, but the purple might just stand out quite a bit more. I don't want to go too crazy with it. I want to wrap the back of it, and then I'm going to go crazy with the Y. Why? Because. What are your thoughts on this? What do you expect in 2020 that I didn't talk about? Maybe I missed something. But with that, I'm looking forward to 2020. Are you? But as always, stay awesome, stay positive.